It was a wonderfully and comforting, calm day outside in the sequoias where James had been living since the age of 17 from one point of teleportation in a form of time travel. Through the digitals of light, he is 19 and lives with Jennifer Alex Peace near his Uncle Joe and Aunt Margarine. Through the colors of dignity, James is now 27 and lives alone with the river, which communicates through the spirits of Damien Limbo Jesus Barbosa and Cynthia Ostegard, male and female spirits of water and fire. This river is very close to his treehouse. There he would occupy himself with all types of environmentally, ecosystem-friendly, compassionate and respectful, and logical and moral, and joyful creations. Some technological, others all natural, like bamboo skateboards from the ordinary forest he calls home. The river then mumbles words towards his home, and the words were simple, yet with an empathetically respectful and kindness colorful version of joy. Come down this river with me, and flow through these sharpened rocks as water. The rocks are the jewels of your virtue ambition. You are the reflection of these waters. The river had a loathsome male British accent. It has soothed the very ethical stature of James Sorcery's virtue in color. Simultaneously, James thought to himself, water just may be invincible. When it is dried by the sun, it is soaked by the clouds, and rained down to the land, and reappears. When it is drank, it provides energy to the creature and promotes cleansing, and it is recycled by the creature through bowel movements. Therefore, through the clouds and rain, water becomes even cleaner and enough for everyone cleansing waters. Water provides every individual with rejuvenating and clean energies. When it is poured into a container, it sits sincerely and offers drink. He then realized the voice came from the river. As he walked towards it, the river momentarily fell motionless and still without compromise for reality's rule and laws. At that moment, James arrived. His eyes then became genuine with pupils huge and strong, with a purple and turquoise essence, glowing brilliance, through his reflection from the water. James remained frozen in an enthusiastic form of relief. How virtuously mysterious and universally respectful has this situation become for Mr. O'Neill. He has stared at the river so many times before, so many hours as well, while high and through the through the meditating offerings of subliminal and virtuous calming of substances. Organic vapors for the electronic cigarette. Additive-free, non-harmful brown leaf tobacco and green leaf, non-harmful non-harmful green leaf cleansing herbs, used with hemp papers. Yet this were the first the river had ever spoken to him. Quietly, he could not understand. He is as sober as water and fire. James responds. A whisper jumped out from James. Thoughts. What is your name, streamy river? James is composed and at ease, asking this particular river calm questions. The stubborn river would not reply to any questions James had asked, ignoring the beautiful and virtuous joy within James, yet awarding virtuous emotional energies, toward his very feathered hopes and the dignities of his calm sensations, and magically kind honesties. At least not until he could understand where the ice rocks in the river had come from, with a clue of riddles and virtuously blasphemous comments the river had occupied. Virtuous blasphemy, also known as kind honesty, as a prosperous analyzation test, to ensure the few faithful as well as the unfamiliar providers of water, and what the plants and trees could produce and reproduce. The river decided not to test James yet, though. Instead, the river asked a question of its own. Have you ever known the fixation of a comforting willow tree? If there were ever a moment you could cherish, which one would it be? James silently understood. He continued with virtuous, racing thoughts. He had hoped for answers to his several questions to lead him towards the peak of nirvana, truth, and the compliments of calmly sensational designs, the comfort of electronic novels and ecosystem-friendly digital inventions. The river apprehended the thought within James, so the river then smoothly made a comment as the calm adrenaline in James' body had vastly increased second after second. As the calm adrenaline grew, the waters glowed sky turquoise. There was no existence of nirvana without the sensation of beautiful and brilliant realization. For electricity is a virtuous stamina and virtuous longevity, evolving into virtuous purity, cleansing within the peak of a virtuous improvement through a form of love. It is only possible through the realm of virtuous motion, virtuous art, virtuous reflection, virtuous vision, virtuous reason, virtuous humor, virtuous enthusiasm, virtuous charisma, virtuous empathy, virtuous salvation, virtuous solution salvation. virtuous solution salvations, virtuous jealousy, virtuous concentration, virtuous observation, virtuous puzzles, virtuous words, and so on. The complements of sensational designs and as elegant through the forms of its inhale and exhale function. Every breath offers universal magics of a reformed metaphorical heart through the theory of indestructible virtues. Electronic novels and ecosystem-friendly digital inventions supply a sensical healing and calming of colorful bliss, and there is the mother liquid screen, the devil of virtuously intellectual joy and serene peacefulness. Heaven, Father Flamestar, which is genuinely productive flames and virtuously calmly fearless teleportation. Hell, James whispered with a slight stutter, nodding his head from left to right in a circular motion, slow yet with ease and calm state of mind, with a very comforted look on his face. James responded, "It's like swimming through an ocean of plastic and rubber balloons." Environmentally friendly plastic, environmentally friendly rubber balloons. So you're telling me that heaven is the devil and God is hell? That the moon is heaven and that the sun is God?